Happy Wellness Wednesday, crew. It's the lovely E, and what? The famous copper cup. Sip, sip. Yes, so we are going to have fun today, but first, give me thumbs up. Thank you for giving me thumbs up. Thank you for sharing my videos and just loving them and the awesome feedback I hear. Thank you, crew. So I want to jump right in because today we're going to talk about hibiscus flower juice. And this is E's hibiscus flower juice. So we all know about hibiscus tea. We know about the hibiscus flower. It's such a beautiful flower. It's a flower. It's a plant that comes from Asia, Africa, Jamaica, Northeastern India, and it comes in an array of colors. Like, of course, we always see red, and it comes in pink, yellow, orange, and white. And the health benefits, many health benefits, but I want to get this started because I want it to steep. I have my French press, and I'm going to cut up some of my fruit to make this juice, and you see I have my honey as well. So I'm going to get it started, and then I'm going to tell you some benefits. So as you see, I'm outside. It's so beautiful, and I'm on my kitchen deck, loving my nature, as we all know. So here is my hibiscus flower. It smells so good. So what I do is I do like a few, let me make sure you can see, let me slide things over because I want my crew to see how I make my hibiscus tea slash juice. Sometimes I have it as a tea, and then a lot of times I just have it as a juice. Like, I just drink it all the time as a juice. So as you see, I did like 3-4 handfuls. Of course, everything will be in the description below. I have my hot water, my whistling kettle, my teapot. This is very hot, as you can see, crew. So I'm being very, very careful because I do not want to get burned. No. All right. And then I want it to steep, so as you can see. So I'm going to slide this over because I want it to be out here. My nature is so beautiful. So I'm moving things around. I have my little glass. So I need this to come closer. I'm going to make it work, crew. I'm going to slide my copper cup over. And shout out to everyone that's getting their copper cups. Thank you for sending me your photos of your copper cups and realizing the many health benefits with the copper cups. So yay. Thank you, crew. So what I'm going to do is just go ahead and cut up, my lemon. I add 1 lemon, and I add 1 lime. I add an orange of your choice. This is just a regular orange that I have. Sometimes I add my blood orange. You know how I love my blood orange, crew. So this is just like a regular orange, as you can see. And then lime, and also I add grapefruit. Yes, you're gonna see. And once it's completely done, I pop it in the refrigerator, and whenever I want some juice, I just pour it. I really don't need ice, but I did bring some ice to cool it off because it's gonna be hot. Okay. And then I will show you, like, just everything. I'm just gonna show you. At first I was gonna cut up everything, and I was like, no, I'll just show my crew how I do it. I keep it real. Mistakes and all, boo-boos, spills, all. what do I tell you? I do not have time for editing, crew. No time for that. I just keep it real. Because if I'm in my kitchen, I keep it real. I'm like, ooh, I spilled something or whatever. And you just wipe it up. Okay, so as you can see, I love to do this, as you know. It's red, bloody red. But it's so good, crew. So when you make this, you have to let me know that you made this hibiscus juice. You're gonna love it. So next, I go ahead, sometimes I let it steep for like 10-15 minutes, but you know, I'm a little pressed for time. So then I just pour it in. Look how pretty it smells. So good, so fresh, so healthy, so good for you, crew. And I should also tell you that I usually steep this a good 3 times. Like, I will drink all of this and make another pitcher of, I'm gonna just sit that down there. Whoa. I make another pitcher of hibiscus, and I use this like 3 times, and then after you see it's weak. But you can get 3 pictures of that. And then you can, for sweetener of your choice, a lot of times I don't add sweetener, but I don't know, I figured I'd just add a little sweetener. So I don't measure, I just go like this, and that's it. It's not really a lot. And then I stir it up. This is so good, so healthy. So let me tell you the benefits. For one, it's good to lower blood pressure. Yep. And also, I let my fruit, I let that go a good 3 times as well. So I don't constantly change it out. I mean, like, even when I change out the hibiscus, I still use the fruit. Yeah. So, okay, I'm just mixing everything up in the honey, as you can see, but I do want to tell you about the health benefits. So, and I'm just going to let this sit a minute as well. And you probably notice I do not have any music. Why? My crew should know, because I'm in nature. And I just rather have you hear it. The birds. I hear woodpecker. You can hear all of the sounds. You hear? Just so you can listen. And then I see a little froggy over there. So yeah, I just was like, oh, I'm out on the deck. I'm not going to have any music. I love being out here and just have nature. And sometimes I'll just have the door open, sliding door, and just enjoying my nature. So I do want to tell you, like, the health benefits. It's great to lower your blood pressure, and you can see why, because it's so red. It's good for the heart. It is also good for weight loss, inflammation, joint pain. It's great for the skin. Skin health, your hair, the list goes on and on, crew. Remember, I'm not a doctor, I'm a health nut. Do your homework, do your research, as I always tell my crew. I'm going to list everything in the description below. It's just so many. Also, cancer, cholesterol. The list goes on and on. So, I'm just going to tell you a little for now because I just want to speed it up. So I love this little ice cube because you see, they're just so cutesy. You know, E and her gadgets. So then I pour it in. But usually, of course, in the kitchen it comes out much better. But I'm out here and I just really wanted to be out here in nature, enlightening my crew on a wonderful juice that I have been drinking. And I wanted to share it because it's so healthy. So many health benefits. Oh, also, like if pregnancy, it's not good for pregnancy. It's not good. Liver transplant, kidney transplant. See your physician, but stay away from hibiscus if you have those going on. And check with your physician. Remember, I'm not a doctor, I'm a health nut. I'm just trying to enlighten my crew and let you all know all these wonderful healing health benefits, just natural. Eve, she's against pharmaceutical, and it is what it is. I'd rather let Mother Earth heal me naturally, and I wish everyone, a lot of people feel that way as well, but I just wish more people felt that way. So yeah, so I got my little cubes in, and I'm gonna go ahead and pour. Oops, wait a minute, let me turn. Okay, I'm ready to sip. Smells so good. I can smell the lemon, the lime, grapefruit. I smell everything. The orange. Here we go. Can I tell you? Delish. Let this be your awesome healthy juice to drink. There's so many health benefits in Ease hibiscus flower juice. Here's to my crew. Sip, sip. Yes, I drink this pretty much every day, crew. So, let's talk about what have I been up to, right? Always like to give you little tidbits, especially I'm not on social media. I know everyone miss me and miss seeing my photos of fun things I do. So I just tell you a little bit. I always tell you, you should see what? The shit I don't post. But, let me see, what have I been up to? Oh, let me see, wait a minute. Just quite a bit as always. Book making things happen, as you know. There'll be some surprises coming up as the year go on. Of course, I'm not going to mention anything, but I have a lot of really awesome surprises to share with the crew as we mosey on. That's why I'm so booked, as you know. That is so good. Like, I just drink it all the time. It's so healthy, so good for you. I just can't stress it enough. Oh, you can't see, you probably saw them last week, but you really can't see them. I did some gardening. I meant to tell you, Mother's Day. So I did some gardening here, and everything is blooming. My hanging plants are blooming, and I'm pretty psyched about that. Yeah. So also, what was it? 2 Fridays ago? Was it 2 Fridays ago? Yes, I was in a parade with Rabbi Israel Rubin and the students, Maimonides, his school, and it was fun to be in this parade. And the parade was oh my gosh, he's deceased. I can't remember his name, the rabbi. But what it was, they have this parade for him every year, this particular rabbi who's deceased, because he said that when he passed, he always wanted it to be like a celebration, to have a parade. So it was so nice to be a part of it. Like, the students that play the drums, they played the drums. We walked. It was so much fun. They walked to Washington Park in Albany. I just had a good time with that. And I feel so bad I can't remember, but I will put the person his name in the description below, so maybe you can do some history on him. But I said to Rabbi, I was like, wow, what an honor to be a part of this. And I said that, oh, I would love for people to have a parade, when I leave planet Earth, because that celebration, it's fun, the instruments, and just everyone remembering this individual, how he wanted to be celebrated. So I thought that was a really unique event to be a part of, and just honoring him. Okay, what else? Okay, last Friday, spa day crew. I had to get to the Roosevelt bath and soak in the mineral water. I just need a spa day. You know how I'm big on taking care of the body. I stress it to the crew to do these things. So it was so nice to soak in the mineral bath, and it just, your joints, pull toxins out of your body. I just felt so good. I dozed off. I felt myself kind of sliding down, but then I like pepped up because I didn't want to go too low. But it was so relaxing, and then I relaxed in the lounge. And when I was done, I had taken my jars, gallons up, and I got some mineral water and spring water. But when I came out, there was a concert, a heavy metal, and when I went in, I heard them practicing, and I was like, oh, I wonder who's performing. But I didn't even think to ask the young lady at the desk when she checked me in. So 1 second, sip, sip. Mm. Um, so I didn't think to ask her who's performing, but when I came out, there was this lady sitting there. Her name is Mary, and she told me who was performing, and I was like, oh, cool. I wish it was Metallica. I didn't even know there was a concert up at SPAC. Um, and she did tell me when Metallica is coming to the North, and I was like, oh, that is a must see. My favorite. I shared with her my favorite heavy metal band. She was like, oh, wow, I love them too. And she was an older lady, so she was sitting on her lawn chair at the entrance before you go in, to the show, and it's right near the Roosevelt bath. Well, what happened? She ordered her tickets, and they sent her 2 parking passes, but not her ticket. And I was like, what? How did that happen? So, she had a lawn chair, and she just sat out there, and she said she was going to listen. So we had like a nice little chat, and she was so funny, very comical lady. And I commend her. She had gotten a ride, and she came from like Springfield, Mass. And she had gotten a ride, and the person that she said drove her went back because they couldn't see the show because she had 2 tickets for the show. So she said she would just stay and sit out there and listen. So we're chit-chatting, I'm always meeting someone on my journey. And it's a story. And she said, oh, you're coming from the spa? I was like, oh yeah, one of my favorite spas, love the soak, you should do it. She's like, I haven't been there in years. And I said, oh, you should get time and do it. And she was like, I will, I'm gonna have to come over and do it. So what happened? She said, did you enjoy it? I was like, yeah, I always enjoy it. And then I asked her, are you gonna be okay? I was just curious. I was like, are you gonna be okay? She was like, oh yeah, I'm fine. I was like, okay. So then she said to me, she had a bag. She was like trying to give me everything, crew. She said, do you want some fruit? She had a pear, excuse me, and an orange. And I was like, no, I already had my orange. Like, I eat 8 or 2 oranges every day. And she was like, oh. She's like, you sure? I was like, no, I'm fine. She's like, the pear. And I was like, no, I have pears. I eat my fruit. I'm big on my fruit. And she was like, oh, okay. And then she was telling me, your skin looked good. You're such a pretty young lady. I was like, oh, thank you. And then She went in her bag and she said she had cigarettes. She was like, "Do you smoke?" And I said, "No, I'm a health nut." Mm-mm. And she was like, "Oh, it's gonna give you a cigarette." It was just like cracking up. I'm laughing as I'm talking to the lady, and I said, "You are too much." I was like, "You know, you're so hip and happening," and then she's like, "That's the best way to be. You gotta enjoy life." And that's like, "Oh, I feel the same way." And then I started to walk off. I was like, "Okay, I gotta go," because I knew I wanted to get my water from the springs. So I was like, "I gotta get going. It's so nice talking to you." And then she said, "Do you need anything?" And I was like, "No, I'm fine. Are you gonna be okay? You need anything?" She was like, "No, I'm okay." I was like, "All right." So then, as I was walking, you're not gonna believe what she said to me. She was like, "You're such a nice young lady, and it was really nice talking to you." I was like, "It was nice chatting with you." She was like, "Are you familiar with be careful because you never know if you're entertaining an angel?" I was like, "Oh, very much so." And then she said, "You're an angel." And I was like, "Oh, thanks." I was like, "I'm an earth angel just passing through." I was like, "I may never see you again, but this was an encounter." And she thanked me for being cordial to her, respectful, and all. So I wanted to share this story because it's true. Like, you just never know who you're going to meet. Of course, you have to use wisdom when you meet anyone and look around and just see. It could be a little setup and abduct you. But it was wisdom, and I was safe, and the police were out there anyway. But she was just a cool older lady enjoying life, trying to go see a show. I mean, she was just going to sit out there with her lawn chair. But I thought that was a really nice encounter, and I just wanted to share with my crew and share with the crew to always be respectful and kind, especially to your elders. Just you never know how you can make someone's day, because she even said that too. She said, "You made my day." And I was like, "You made my day too." Because it's nice to talk to someone nice. Everybody is so crazy this day and time. You can't say anything to anyone. They got like the grr face on. So it was just nice, and I wanted to share that with you guys. So now I go over to get my water, get in my car, drive over to the spring, get my water, sip, sip. So good. So I go and I get my water, and I had to just wait. So this lady had like a ton of these gallons, and there was another lady and a gentleman out there, and she moved like one of her, because she had two faucets, so she was like, "Here, you can get yours." I was like, "Oh, okay, thanks." So I was able to use that. Nobody really gets the mineral. And then we're all standing there, and they were like, "What do you do with the mineral water?" And I was like, "Oh, excuse me." I said, "I mix it, and it's just so many health benefits." So I was like, explaining everything, and they were like, "Oh, so everybody said I'm gonna get some." Everybody had a lot of, water bottles and jars and stuff filling up, and I was like, "You should." So then, I, back and forth, load in my car, done, and I had my last one, and I was like, "Okay, I'm heading out. Nice to meet you all." And one lady who's there all the time, she was like, you never meet the same people." And I was like, "It's true. All these years I've been coming, I never see anyone that I've met before here. It's like a one-time encounter." She's like, "The only person that I have seen, there's a guy up in the area that makes beer. So he goes there to get his water." So she's run into him quite a bit, she said. And then I was like, "Yeah, I've never seen anyone like a second time, a third time, nothing like that. It's like this one time, I'll see you all." So then we all were saying that, and then the guy that was there, he literally got up and he's walked towards me, and he said, there's a story with this crew. He's like, I would like to see you again. And I was like, I don't want to see you again. Just like that. You know, E. It can be sweet. My mother would say, sweet as pie, but she will tell you how she felt. So I was like, no, I don't want to see you again. And he was like, why? And I was like, you're married. And he was like that in shock. So he was like, can I ask, how do you know I'm married? And I said, well, when I walked up, you were on your headset and you were on your phone. And I was like, you were speaking to your wife. And he was like, how did you know that? I was very, very low in communication with her. And I was like, I know. I was like, I pay attention. I'm very observant. And I was like, I would like for you to be faithful to your wife and to be honest with your wife. And he didn't know what to say. He was like in shock, and he just was like, it was nice to meet you. And he said, can you tell me your name? And I said, no, you don't need all of that. I was like, you just do what's right and take care of you, take care of your wife, get your water, and carry on. So, of course, I say all of that to say, pay attention, be observant when you walk up, and use wisdom and discernment, crew, to just pick up that someone is in a relationship, and don't be impressed because they're just like speaking some words to you. You know, I don't have no time for no foolishness. I shut it down. So I wanted to share that with the crew. My water experience. It's always like an encounter up there, and you hear all different stories from people, their experience with water and this and that. So I wanted to share that with my crew. And oh, my t-shirt. So shout out to Tracy in New York. This was a birthday gift. It is the cutest. She was like, when I saw it, I said, that's E. So thank you, Tracy. And it was so good to see her last Tuesday. She took me to dinner, birthday dinner crew. Still getting them in with people. So we went to Hudson and Sip Sip. So good. So we went to Hudson. We went to this really nice Mexican restaurant. Did some shopping down there. Have fun. Haven't hung out with her in a minute. Had a good time. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you again for my t-shirt. I thought, like, I'll rock it today. It blends in with my whole hibiscus. It's just so me. It is me. Excuse me. The other thing I want to share is shout out to Vicky O'Brien. Thank you for these beautiful red roses. So that was a gift from Vicky. She's excuse me, she loves Wellness Wednesday. And she gave me these beautiful red roses on Monday, and I was like, I want to feature them because they're just so pretty. So thank you, Vicky, and thank you for enjoying my Wellness Wednesday. She loves when I do my Sip Sip and Copper Cup. Everyone loves that. So Sip Sip. Let me see. I think I may have covered everything. You know, just enjoying my journey and living the dream. So I did want to tell my crew to stay focused and try to avoid like distractions. There's so many distractions going on the news, on social media, and people are getting themselves so wrapped up. Did you hear this? Did you hear that? No. And that's another reason I remove myself from social media. Like, I will, now I'm kind of like popping on when I get a chance, but I'm really just so book that I don't have time to go on. And I'm not sure if I did not acknowledge my May birthdays slash born days, born day, well, happy birthday, happy born day, my May lovies. So I think I did, but I thought about it and I was like, let me make sure I acknowledge. We're getting ready to head into June. Can you believe that? Like, May is gone. Also, I hope everyone had a nice Memorial Day. Thank you all for serving. Wow. And thank you all who are still serving. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We are really fortunate as Americans. A lot of people, I don't know if they realize it or not. I know there's a lot of things going on in the world, but we're still very fortunate crew. So, what do I always tell my crew? Be nice and kind and loving and communicate and respect each other. Love on yourself, as I say, like the lovely E. Live like E, style like E, fun like E. Um, Enjoy your journey like E. And I don't know, I just want you guys to live and enjoy this life. There's so much going on, and we just don't know when our time is up on planet Earth. And I just want everyone to live and have fun and get out of the house. Make sure you're getting in nature and grounding and hugging trees and just walking on planet Earth. Take off your socks and your shoes. Hug a tree. You know, eat. I do all of that. I can't stress it enough. It's such healing. It's so good for you. Make sure you're getting in a spa, get a massage, get those fluids moving that are just sitting. If you can find like a spring in your area, get you some fresh water, spring water, mineral water. If you can find a mineral spa where you can go and soak in the mineral water. But as I tell you, do your homework, do your research on all the wonderful things I share with you, crew. And a lot of information is in the basic instructions before leaving Earth, which is the Bible. Make sure you read it front to back. There's like so many health remedies in the Old Testament. A lot of people don't like to read the Old Testament, but I stress it, you should, because there's a lot of herbs and just spices and so many health benefits are in there. So, okay, that's it, crew. I've enlightened my crew, inspired my crew. You know I love you all to life. I'm going to get one more sip. Thank you all for still sending in cards, birthday gifts. Love it when I check my P.O. box and there's still wonderful items and cards coming in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I can't thank you all enough. Just thank you, crew. Keep living and take care of yourselves. And oh, I forgot, this is from Cousin Phyllis in Virginia. So look, Cousin Phyllis, it's an owl for the wise lady. And I hung it right there. So yeah, I forgot. I just realized I saw that. I wanted to thank her again. Just thank you all for everything. And most of all, thank you for appreciating me. Remember to enjoy this life. I can't stress it enough. Peace and love. Mwah. And be good to each other, crew. Thank you. Okay, technical support, where are you? Come on. I don't know.